So, very good evening, children. Welcome back to Akshar Online Classes, IIT and NEET Foundation. So, today we will discuss about the 6th class chemistry. Okay, changes around us. What is the lesson name? Changes around us. Changes around us. Already we have studied a previous class. Okay, change is an integral part of the nature. Change takes place every moment around us. Some of the common examples of the changes: melting of the ice, formation of the curd, freezing of the water, the ripening of the fruit, the digestion of the food, the growth and development of the plants and animals. These are the examples of that changes. So classification of the changes, actually that changes takes place around us can be classified into 5 types. First one is the slow changes and fast changes. Second one is the reversible changes and irreversible changes. Third one is the desirable changes and undesirable changes. Third one is the periodic changes and non-periodic changes. Fifth one is the physical change and chemical change. Previous class, slow changes and fast changes, reversible changes and irreversible changes is completed. Today we will discuss about the desirable changes and undesirable changes, and next periodic changes and non-periodic changes, physical changes and chemical changes we will discuss. Okay. So now coming to the point, directly we will go to that. Okay, so physical changes and chemical changes. Okay, no, desirable changes and undesirable changes. Okay, so desirable changes and undesirable changes. Desirable change, a change brought about by a person or the nature which is useful is called a desirable change. A change brought about by a person or the nature which is useful is called desirable change. Examples of the desirable change: formation of the curd from the milk is the desirable change, because curd is more easily digestible when compared to the milk. So that's why this is the example of the desirable change. Second example of the desirable change. Second example of the desirable change: formation of the manure from the animal dung and dead leaves is the desirable change. Actually, waste materials coming from that, what are the excretia coming from the animal, waste product of the coming from the plant, that is useful converted into the manure, and that is increasing of that fertility of the soil, increasing of the crop yield. So that is the example of the second example. Third one is the melting of the snow on the mountains in the summer is a desirable change. Melting of snow on the mountains in the summer is a desirable change, because it brings fresh supply of the water to the rivers. So this is also examples of the desirable change. Fourth one is the changes of the weather from the winter to the summer, summer to the winter. Also it is a desirable change, because the heat result in evaporation of the water on a large scale. The water evaporated changes to the clouds and bring about the rain, which is the good for the crops. So summer change to the winter, winter change. So every season they are changing. That is also desirable change. That is the common for the nature. Change is the integral part of the nature. Next, undesirable changes. Next one is the undesirable changes. What is the meaning of the undesirable changes? A change brought about by a person or the nature such that it has harmful effects is called undesirable changes. A change brought about by a person or the nature such that it has harmful effects is called an undesirable changes. Example: food turning bad in summer is an undesirable change, because food is spoiled if you are eating, that makes illness. Okay, so that is the examples of that undesirable change. Second example is the Flooding of the rivers in the rainy season is undesirable change because floods wash away the standing of the crops and also fertile soil also. Third point, breaking of the glassware is also undesirable change because the broken glass cannot be rejoined. Rusting of the articles of the iron is an undesirable change because rusting makes the article of iron weak. So these are the example. It must be pointed out here that change which is the desirable at one time may be undesirable at some other time. For example, if the wood or coal is burnt in a proper place, the heat is produced which is the desirable change. It is because we can use the heat in the cooking food or raising steam in the factories. But however, if a house or a factory catches the fire, it also produces heat. This heat just causes to the destruction and hence it is undesirable change. Sometimes while carrying out desirable changes, some undesirable changes may also take place. Okay, following examples will highlight the point. Once you can see, the heat is produced by the burning of the petrol in the engines of the car or scooter is a desirable change. It is because it helps us to drive the car and scooter. However, the same time the poisonous gases like carbon monoxide and nitric oxide are produced which are very harmful to the health. This is an undesirable change. Second one is in the thermal power station, electricity is produced by the producing heat energy from the burning of the coal. It is a desirable change. However, the burning of the coal produces lot of smoke and other poisonous gases. These gases are harmful to the health. This is the undesirable change. Next, third one is when a farmer sprays chemicals on the vegetables and fruits to kill the insect, it is a desirable change for the farmer because he gets a good crop. However, the chemicals used by the farmer may be harmful to the person who consume his crop. This is an undesirable change. Similarly, cutting of the forest for the wood may be useful some of the person who need wood. However, cutting of the wood disturb the balance of the nature which can cause the drought and water shortage. So thus, while bringing about a desirable change, care should be taken that there is a minimum of undesirable changes. So this is about the desirable changes and undesirable changes. Now we will go to that. Another change is the periodic changes and non-periodic changes. For example, if you are going to the office in time, coming out in time, if you are going to the school in time, coming out in time. So anything, so that is, for example, periodic changes means. So now today we will discuss about the periodic changes. What is that? Periodic changes. Periodic changes. Periodic changes. Periodic changes means the changes which occur again and again after a fixed intervals of time are called periodic changes. Again, once definition say, okay, the changes which occur again and again after fixed intervals of time are called periodic change. The changes which occur again and again after fixed intervals of time are called periodic change. So, example, swinging of a clock of the pendulum is a periodic change. For example, if you see the pendulum, they can move and come within the equal interval time. Okay. So, example, swinging of a clock pendulum is a periodic change. Okay, swinging of a clock of the pendulum is a periodic change. So, if that pendulum is moving come and to and fro, actually that is the equal time taking. So, that is the example of that periodic change. Second example, phases of the moon is periodic changes. Okay, you know very well So every month we have the 15 days is the Amavasya, 15 days is the Paurnami. Okay. So this is also phases of the moon is also periodic changes. Next, changes of the season also periodic changes. Okay. So for example, every month you can see. So December, January, okay, February, these are the examples of the winter. March, April, May, these are the examples of the summer. You know very well, June, July, August, rainy season. So that means these are the changes of a season also is a periodic change. Next, fourth example, high and low tides at a sea is a periodic change. For example, tides are coming. They can come up and go. Come up and go. So that means tides, high and low tides also at a sea is a periodic change. Next, very important point, beating of a heart is a periodic change. Every minute 72 times that heartbeat. Okay, the contraction and relaxation, the systole phase and diastole phase is called, okay, heartbeat. So this heartbeat also in our body, that restless organ is nothing but heart. That beating of the heart also periodic changes. Okay, once again we can say the changes which occur again and again after fixed intervals of time are called periodic changes. Examples of the periodic changes: swinging of a clock, pendulum is a periodic change. Second one, phases of the moon is a periodic change. Third one is the change of season is periodic change. And high and low tides at sea is periodic change, and beating of the heart is a periodic change. Is it clear? Yes. Now coming to the point, non-periodic change. What is that? Non-periodic change. What is the meaning of the non-periodic change? Non-periodic changes means the changes which do not repeat themselves. The changes, what are the changes is occur, they are do not repeat themselves at a regular intervals of time. Very important definition. The changes which do not repeat themselves at regular intervals of time are called non-periodic changes. The changes which do not repeat themselves at regular intervals of time are called non-periodic changes. Examples of the non-periodic changes: earthquakes are the non-periodic changes. Earthquakes are, before coming to you, they will come and say, I am coming ready to, you are ready. Okay. So earthquakes are the non-periodic changes. Earthquakes are the non-periodic changes. Next, landslides during the rainy season are the non-periodic changes. Okay, landslides during the rainy season also examples of the non-periodic changes. And falling of the leaves from a tree, for example, so which time actually that green color leaf turn it into the yellow in color, that age is over, then they are fall down. So that is also falling of the leaves from the tree also, that is also examples of the non-periodic changes. And rusting of iron article, rusting of iron article is non-periodic changes. Okay, for example, rusting time, how much time it's taking? Sometimes it may be take, okay, so 1 day or 2 days or 3 days maybe according to the object. Okay, rusting of iron article is an non-periodic change. And for example, if anything is enter in our mouth, automatic, okay, sneezing, coughing, these are also examples of the non-periodic changes. Again once I am repeating, non-periodic changes, the changes which do not repeat themselves at regular intervals of the time are called non-periodic changes. Examples of the non-periodic changes: earthquakes are the non-periodic changes, landslides during the rainy season are the non-periodic changes, falling of the leaves from a tree is non-periodic changes, rusting of the iron article is a non-periodic changes, sneezing, coughing, these are the examples of the non-periodic changes. Okay, now coming to the point, by a person or a nature which is harmful for the mankind is called undesirable changes. A change which occur again and again after a fixed intervals of the time is called periodic change. A change which does not repeat itself at regular intervals of time is called non-periodic changes. Last but not least, we will discuss about that physical changes and chemical changes. Is it clear? Okay. So is it clear? So actually changes around us we will discuss about the total 5 types of the changes are present. One is the slow change and fast change, reversible change and irreversible change, desirable change and undesirable change. Fourth one is the periodic change and non-periodic change. Now we will discuss about the physical change and chemical change. Physical change and chemical change. Okay, shall we go to the physical change and chemical change? Yes. Now you can see here physical change and chemical change. So it is our common observation in our houses that coconut oil and ghee change into solid state in the winter. Now we have the winter season. Actually in that coconut oil and ghee generally now this time that is the solid state. So for example, if you are applying to the heat, that is changed into the solid, changed into the liquid. Again if you are applied to the, already you know very well, water, ice. Okay, so ice is the solid state. If ice applied to the heat, that is changed into the water. Again this water applied to the heat, changed into the water vapor. Water vapor, again you can cool it. So what happened? Changed into the water. Water again you can cool it, that is changed into the ice. You know these are the process. So that when we heat them, again they change into the liquid. Similarly, when ice is heated, it changes into the water. Actually matter is the 3 states are present. One is the solid, liquid, gases. So when that solid, if you are applied to the heat, change it into the liquid. When you are applied to that liquid, applied to the heat, that liquid change into the water vapor. Okay, this water vapor again you can cool it, that is changed into the water. This water again you can cool it, that is changed into the water. Already previous class we have studied. Water in lakes changes into the water vapor, forming the clouds. Actually water vapor changed into that water in the lake changed into the water vapor, forming in the clouds. Water vapor when cooled again is converted into the water. The water vapor in the clouds when cooled again it take form a rain. When iron particles are kept exposed in the moist state for a long time, rust is formed on them. When we observe the walls after the whitewash, they get white in color. So that means are all the above changes are similar? No. Some are only the changes in the physical properties. Some are the chemical changes. So actually 2 types of the changes are present. One is the physical change and another one is the chemical change. Okay. Now here you can see that hence the changes occur in the nature are mainly 2 kinds. Some are the temporary changes, some are the permanent changes. Some are the temporary changes, some of the permanent changes. Okay, now you can see here experiment. You can take the first paraffin wax when heated. What happened? Wax changed into the liquid. So inference, only the changes in the state is observed. Okay, so that means only state is changed. Next, paraffin wax is taken in a small quantity in the test tube. Okay, small test tube you can take paraffin wax. Paraffin wax. Okay, when you are apply it. Okay, so that means experiment what? Paraffin wax when heated. Paraffin wax is taken in a small quantities. Okay, then in a test tube you can heat. Wax change into, this is the actually solid state. This solid state changed into the liquid state. Okay, liquid state. So when cooled it, when again cooling, this changed into the solid state. Any new substances is formed? No new substances are formed. So this is the experiment says that, okay, if you are taking to the test tube, paraffin wax you can take, okay, you can apply to the heat. Observation, paraffin wax changes into the liquid. When this liquid, when you are cooling, changed into the solid. There is no new substances are formed. Inference, only the change of the state of the, this is the solid state, this is the liquid state. No new substances is not formed with any changes in the composition. So this is. Next, second experiment. If you are take that, okay, zinc oxide you can take in the test tube. What you are taking? Zinc oxide. So zinc oxide you can take in the test tube. When you are on heating, white zinc oxide turned into the yellow. When it is cooling, it again converted into the white color. So that means zinc oxide, when you are take the test tube in the zinc oxide, okay, zinc oxide, you can heat. When you are heating, white zinc oxide converted into the yellow color. When again you can cool it, that is changed into the white in color. Here only the changes in the state is observed and no new substances are formed with any change in the new composition. Third, so action of the heat on the lead monoxide, PbO. Okay, when you are applied to that, if you test tube you can take that okay, lead monoxide, okay, you can keep in that heat, on the heating it is slightly melt and gradually changes into the red. When it is cooling, that is changed into the yellow. Only the change in the color, there is no change in the composition. So here what is my point is, properties of the physical change. A change in the physical properties such as the color, state, without, so the change in the physical properties such as the color, state without any change in its composition is called physical change. Okay, a physical change is a temporary change. A physical change is a temporary change and it occurs only in the state and color. So, for example, this solid changed into the liquid, liquid changes into the gases, gases again cooling, liquid, liquid again cooling. So that means first point, physical change is a temporary change. What it is? Physical change is a temporary change. It occurs only state and color. Solid state changed into the liquid, liquid color, liquid state changed into the gases. Here you can see that this is actually in the zinc oxide, first white in color. When you are applied heat, yellow in color. When it is cooling, this yellow color again changed into the white in color. There is no new substances are formed. So that means physical change is a temporary change. It occurs only in the physical state. That may be solid, that may be liquid, that may be in the gases. but it changes also color also. Actually, if you are taking to the lead monoxide, when you are heat, that changed into the red in color. When you become cooling, again that changes into the yellow in color. So that means physical change is a temporary change. Okay, it changes occurs only in the state and color. Next point, what is the next point of the physical changes? Okay, physical changes next point is, you can see here, so second point is, no new substances are formed in this reaction, so no changes in the composition. For example, wax, when you are applied to that heat, okay, that is changed into the liquid state. There is no new substances are formed. First point is the physical change is the temporary change. It occurs only in the state and color, size, shape. Okay, there is no new substances are formed in that, especially in the physical change. Third point, physical changes, energy, physical, in the physical changes, energy, heat, light, electricity are not utilized, are not generated. So that means in the physical change, energy, heat or light are not utilized, are not generated. Next point, now coming to the point, fourth point, the weight of the substances does not change during the physical change. For example, here, okay, that substances is the 100 kg, that product also may be 100 kgs. Okay, so the weight of the substance does not change during the physical change. So if the substance undergo physical change, we can easily get their original. Reversible reactions we can see, no, ice changed into the water, water changes into the water vapor again changed into the water changed into the ice. So that means, so in the physical changes, actually we can easily get their original state. So this is the examples of the physical change. Now discuss about the chemical change. So for example, iron is getting to the rust, walls getting to the bright white color after whitewash. These are not the temporary changes. Iron react with the moist, then moist air and form the new substance. This is called rust. Chemical name of the lime is the calcium hydroxide. So for example, CaOH taken twice plus H2O gives rise carbon dioxide, so gives rise CaCO3 plus H2O. So this is the white. So calcium hydroxide combined with the carbon dioxide, calcium carbonate is formed and water is released. This is the, so examples of the permanent change. So here new substances are formed. Next, during the whitewash, calcium hydroxide react with the carbon dioxide in the forming of the white substance calcium carbonate. Calcium hydroxide combined with the carbon dioxide, calcium carbonate is formed. In this chemical changes, new substances are formed. This is not temporary change, new substance. Next point, so in the above two occasions of the composition of the iron or calcium hydroxide changed into the new substances are formed. Changes like these are the changes is called chemical change. For example, carbon combined with the oxygen, carbon dioxide is formed. For example, magnesium combined with the oxygen, magnesium oxide is formed. Okay, these are all of the examples of the chemical changes. Okay, so here they are given to the small examples they are given. Once we can see and understand the concept. Okay. So now you can see here small example. Small examples we can see here. What are the small examples means? Okay, small examples means, so action of the heat on the sulfur, a small quantities of the sulfur is taken in the deflagrating spoon and heat in the Bunsen burner. Yellow sulfur turned into the brownish liquid gives a flame in the bluish color, evolve the colorless gas with the pungent smell. For example, sulfur, okay, sulfur combined with the oxygen gives rise, sulfur dioxide is formed. Here, sulfur dioxide is the gas is formed. Composition is changed into the new substance. This is the different, this is the different, this is the different. Okay, sulfur plus oxygen, sulfur dioxide is formed. Here, magnesium plus oxygen gives rise, magnesium oxide is formed. Magnesium oxide is formed. Okay, next, sodium nitrate when applied to the heat, sodium nitrate plus oxygen is released. So these are the examples of the permanent change. Okay, so the permanent change in which new substances are formed with some changes of the composition. Sulfur plus oxygen gives rise sulfur dioxide. Here sulfur is different, oxygen is different, sulfur dioxide is different. Magnesium is different, oxygen is different, magnesium oxide is different. Okay, here that means the permanent change in which of the new substances is formed with some changes of the composition is called chemical changes. In the chemical change is the permanent change. For example, milk is converted into the curd, so that is known as the permanent change. Okay, when that so actually cracker burnt, that is also chemical change. Okay, digestion of the food also chemical change. Growth also chemical change. The chemical change is the permanent change. Chemical change is the permanent change. In the chemical changes, new substances is formed with the change of the composition. Here new substances are formed. These are the new substances. Again we cannot convert it into that back. In that actually ice changed into the water, water changed into the water vapor we can cool it, changed into the water again cool it, changed into the ice. But this sulfur dioxide never converted into the sulfur plus oxygen. This magnesium oxide never converted into the magnesium plus oxygen. So that means in the chemical changes new substances are formed with changes of the composition. Next, weight of the reactant is equal to the weight of the product. So in the chemical reaction, these are the called okay, reactant, this is called product. Reactant is equal to the product. Reactant is equal to the product. Reactant is equal to the product. So in the chemical change, form of energy as heat, electricity, light are emitted or absorbed. For example, sulfur combined with that sulfur dioxide, sometimes they are absorbed to the heat, sometimes they are absorbed to the electricity, sometimes they are absorbed to the light. So the chemical change is the permanent change. In the chemical changes, new substances are formed with the change of the composition. Weight of the reactant is equal to the weight of that product. The forms of energy of as heat, electricity, light are emitted or absorbed. They are coming out or they are absorbed. So after the chemical change, it is not possible to get their original substance easily by common mechanical process as a filtration or evaporation or distillation. For example, sulfur dioxide not converted into the sulfur plus oxygen. So this is about the chemical change. You are keep in your mind the permanent change in which of the new substances is formed with some changes of the composition is called chemical change. The chemical change is a permanent change. In the chemical change, new substances are formed with the change of the composition. And weight of the reactant is equal to the weight of the product. In the forms of the energy, heat, electricity, light, they are emitted or absorbed. Sometimes they are emitted, released. Sometimes they are absorbed. And last but not least, after the chemical change, it is not possible to get their original substances easily by the common mechanical process as the filtration, evaporation, distillation. So this is about that chemical changes. This is about the so here physical change, properties of the physical change. Okay, the change in which there is so the change in the physical properties such as the color, state without any changes in its composition is called physical change. A physical change is a temporary change. It occur only in the state and color, size, shape of that. Okay, there is no new substances formed in the physical chain, so no changes in its composition. In the physical chain, energy, heat, light, electricity are not utilized, not generated. Okay, the weight of the substances does not change during the physical chain. If the substance undergo physical change, we can easily get their original substances. That means if you are changed to that ice, if you are applied to the ice heat, change it into the water. Again, if you are applied to that heat in the water, change it into the water vapor. Water vapor again we can cool it, change it into the water. Water again we can cool it so that it change it into the ice. So total we can study. First one is the in the changes around us. What are the how many changes are present? Slow changes, fast changes. Second one is the reversible changes, irreversible changes. Third one is the desirable changes, undesirable changes. Periodic changes, non-periodic changes. Last one, physical changes, chemical changes. Total in this lesson we will discuss about the changes around us. Total discuss change is the integral part of the nature. Okay, so total this lesson is completed. Thank you. Have a nice day.